everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm really on the ball today. Today is Thursday, I think. I've had a bit of a gap because one of my clients had to cancel last minute. Just literally irrelevant, but yeah, I've ended up with a gap basically, so I've had extra time today, and I'm currently, this is the 5th video that I'm filming. I'm really on the ball. I'm doing good. I'm trying to do as many today as I can in this gap so I don't have to spend as much time over the bank holiday weekend. It's Easter weekend this weekend, like today is Thursday and then tomorrow is Good Friday and then so on. So yeah, I'm trying to make my time worthwhile while I can, while I'm feeling good and like actually in the mood to do something, because the past 3 months I've definitely not been. So anyway, that's completely irrelevant. Really long intro for no reason. This design I have in my head looks really good. I don't know whether it's going to look really good, not in my head, but obviously we'll soon find out. So we're going to give it a go. So first things first, I'm going to show you what colours I'm using, just so I don't have to say it as I go through. So the base colour for all of the nails is going to be Bubblegum Daiquiri. God, here we go. Started already. Bubblegum Daiquiri. It's a beautiful, beautiful light pale blue. It's stunning. Absolutely love it. And then we've got Matisse, I think is how you say this. Matisse. And it is a beautiful, like, metallic deep blue. And then we've got white, which is the plastics. They're all from the Jarbox UK. And then we've got platinum from a different brand. But don't buy it. I know I say this in every video that I mention Gel Perfection now, but I can't stress to you enough, like, do not buy anything from that website. Anyway, moving on. I'm not going to keep going into great detail with it in every video. I just need to make sure everyone's aware not to. I'm just cleaning the lid because it's somehow got really minging. There's a lot of excess polish on it. I think it's because I don't really use this one to like paint with, like a full coverage nail, like with the brush sort of thing. I usually just do a blob of it on my palette and then with a little air bubble, and then it seeps through when I'm not looking at it in my drawers and stuff. Anyway, right, we're going to do the bases on all 3 nails. So I'm going to do one off camera. I'm going to zoom in so you can actually see it for a start. One on camera, sorry, and then I'll do the 2nd and 3rd nail off camera and the 2nd coat on them all off camera as well, because it's going to be very repetitive otherwise. I'm hoping that it looks as good on the nails and stuff as it does in my head, but we'll see. You just don't know until you try, so we're going to give it a go. So that's gone into the lamp, and then I'll do the other ones quickly. So I have made a slight mistake. I wasn't actually supposed to paint this on. I was going to originally, but then I changed my mind about having a nude base and then going in with the design on top. So I've actually messed up a little bit. So I need to think of another colour now. I need like another shade of blue to add into this mix. So I need one that's not as light as this one, but not as dark as this one. So I'm going to place the colours that I've already picked out onto my palette and then find a blue that's going to go. I'll explain like what the original plan was and where I went wrong in a second, because it'll be easier to explain when I'm actually doing it and able to show you what I meant. So we definitely want the dark blue, we definitely want the white and silver. So I need one, like I said, that's like a medium blue, but not as light as this one. I'm just going to literally paint a bit of this one on here just so I can see how light it is on the palette compared to one, so I can find one. We do have lots of shades of blue, so I'm not worried. I'm just going to have a look at them on here. So we need one that's in between the 2 colours. It's going to show up on the base colour, but not be too dark for the dark one to not be seen. I think I might go for that one. I like that one as well, actually. Right, where's the other one? There it is. Let's have a look at both. They're both beautiful colours. See, that one's a bit too light, I think. Oh, what have I done? Okay, I'm going to go with Bluebell, I think, which is the brand that shall not be named. So please don't ask me what brand it is and where you can find it and stuff. So I'm going to pop some of this on palette as well. Like so. Definitely always put way too much of every colour on my palette when I'm doing nail art. Does anyone else do that? It really annoys me, but still doesn't stop me from doing it every time. I'm just going to pop my nails on to these stands. I've got somewhere for them to be so I don't knock them over. So I'm going to use my longer liner brush from Temu. Can someone please tell me how to say it, because I'm sick of saying it both ways every time I say it. But whichever way I say it, if I say it once, like just one way, someone will say they say it the opposite way, so I can never really win. Anyway, going in with that colour that I just popped on here, and I just want to create a completely random shape with it. I want all three nails to be different as well, so however I do this one, the other two have got to be different. So first of all, I'm just getting the actual shape how I want it. I really love this brush at the minute. I'm using it for pretty much everything. Like, it's so easy to use. Like, I love it. These are just a cheap set, so just very, very good value considering how cheap they were for them. I really hope this design works out. Especially now I've messed it up. So I'll explain now what I was originally going to do. What I originally wanted to do was I had this vision in my head at first of having the blue as the base, and I decided it would make more sense and I'd have to use less blues if I was to use a nude base and then use that pastel blue as this sort of bit. I'm going to keep that out because I want to make sure the two are different. I was going to use a nude base, do this bit with the pastel, and then do the next bit with the other colours, so I only needed the three. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 instead of 5, but never mind, it's fine, just forgot. So now I'm creating a different shape on this nail. Making sure I'm happy with the shape first and then filling it in basically. Those outer lines neat first. To be fair, with what we're doing, they don't need to be that neat. We're going to be covering up the outer lines anyway, so it's not the end of the world if they're not perfect. That's the second one done. And then last but not least, start over here, go up and down, I think. Just mimicking that first line, but further in, obviously. There's a lot of product build up here from where I've put my brush on there, so I'm just going to spread that out a bit so it cures properly and take the excess off of my brush. Did anyone else, like anyone who's got kids, well, anyone who's had a pregnancy, should I say, did anyone else find it really difficult to talk a lot? Like, I get so out of breath so easily just talking. Like, it's not even like it's particularly tiresome. I'm just sat here chatting. I'll have to take a little breather. It's ridiculous. I don't think it helps that I've filmed so many videos back to back, to be fair. I don't really tend to talk that much in a day, or one after the other, so I suppose that's why. It just makes me laugh. Am I in focus still? I think so. There's a bit of a glare on my phone from the way that my light is sat, so I can't actually see properly unless I properly move around to check, and I keep forgetting to. Okay, that's that. So I'll show you them all. That's the 3 of them. I'm going to pop them on in the lamp now, before I end up knocking one over by accident, having to do it over again. Definitely don't have the patience for that. They're all in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now we just have to patiently wait for them to come out, basically. So they're all cured now. All I need for this is a dotting tool. It's really windy outside. It's quite strange at the moment because it's really sunny, very, very windy, and tipping it down at the same time. It's very, very confusing. Right, so what I'm going to do is just dot all the way around both sides. I'm not going to do it on all of them on camera, like in normal time. I will speed some up because it's going to take ages. I'm aware of that, but I'm just going to do one in full speed and then I'll speed the rest up. So I sort of need to gauge how much space I need between each dot ready for the next one to go there, because I can only do one colour at a time, else they'll all merge into each other. I don't want that. It's probably a little bit too far away, but I want them to be like sort of overlapping each other, not separate, if that makes sense when it comes to it. So I'm hoping I'm leaving enough space, but not too much where there's going to be like literal gaps between each colour. That was definitely too far apart, but never mind, we'll work with it, it's fine. I'm actually not going to do the other nails yet. I want to see how this one turns out first, because if I don't like it, I'm going to have to think of something else and I don't want to have to change all 3 nails instead of just one. So we're going to cure that. I'm not too bothered about completely fully curing it. I just need to make sure it's cured enough to stay still and not bubble because it's under cured while I'm doing the other colour. So I'm going to cure it for about 20 seconds. It's been 20. And then take it out and do the next colour. So the next one I'm going to do is, I don't think it really makes much difference, to be honest. I'm going to do silver next, I think. I definitely put them further apart from each other as I went down the nail, so I need to learn from that with the next one. I think the other side to this one as well is actually way further apart than this side, which I don't know why I did that. I have to make dots slightly bigger on this side. My white dots are going to have to be huge, which is very frustrating, but like I said, you live and learn. Okay, again, I'm going to pop that in for about another 20 seconds. Just keep all that still. I'm doing the white last because that needs to be completely fully cured, because if you only cure white a little bit, it tends to bubble really quickly compared to other colours, so it needs to be fully cured as soon as you use it, really. So I'm going to do that one last, so just so it works out quicker. So that's been in for 25 seconds, so we're going to get that one out again and go in with the white dots now. Hoping the white dots will sort of like brighten it all up a little bit. Well, so far so good size wise on this side. That is perfect. You could do this in so many different colourways as well, so it's nice. I actually really like that, it looks very cute. So I'm going to pop that in the lamp, and then I'm going to do the other two really, really quickly. I'm going to, well, obviously I'm not going to do them quickly, but I'm going to do them on camera, but just sped up, so there'll be no sound or anything, and it'll be quicker. Okay, those other two that I just did quickly are in the lamp, so I'm going to top coat this one. I feel like I need to add something more, but I always do, and I always regret it, so I don't think I'm going to. In fact, I am going to. Okay, so I should have done this bit first, but obviously I didn't know I was going to do it, so that's why I didn't. But I'm going to add this to the, I don't know whether to add it to the darker area in the middle or the lighter area on the outside. So I think I might do both actually, just mix it up a little bit. I know I've got 3 nails, so it's going to be hard to make it even, but I'm going to do one of each on each nail, on 2 nails, and then the third one I'll just do whatever I feel like the other one needs to be. I'll probably do 2 on the light blue and then 1 on the darker blue, if that makes any sense. So let me just get some tissue and my stamping stuff. I'm going to do it with white. So I'm going in with this plate here, which is called Moira Stamping Plate 53, which is textures. I'm using that image. So I'm not going to show the stamping on camera because I don't need to. I've done stamping quite a few times in a few videos recently. So I'm going to apply it to the entire nail because that's the easiest way to do it, and then remove it from the areas that I don't want it to be in after I've done that. I think that's going to be the easiest way to go about this sort of design. If I was thinking about doing this before I realised I wanted to, I would have, I have to stretch it because it's not quite long enough. I would have done this when I'd done the lighter blue and the darker blue, but before the dots, because then I didn't have to remove it from the dots. I could have just done the dots over the top and that would have covered the join between the stamp basically, but it's fine. So I'm leaving that like that. I'm just going to do that 3 times, so I'm just going to do that another twice. 1 second. So now that I've done that, these are the 3 nails. Oh gosh, these are the 3 nails. That's what they look like. So I just need to figure out now which one I'm going to do which way round. So I've got my acetone next to me and a clean up brush here. I'm going to use those to create how I want it to look. So I think because the blue area is the largest, the middle bit on this one, I'm going to keep this one as the one where the darker blue has the design on it. So what I'm going to do is just go over that lighter blue area with my acetone on my brush. I do need it to sort of overlap the what's it called, the dots as well, to get the design off them. I definitely should have wiped over before doing this, but I've learned quite a lot with doing this set. There we go, perfect. And I'm just doing that all the way down to clean them up. That's it, and I'll do the other side. So that's what this one looks like, love it. And then we're going to do the opposite with these ones. We're going to take the pattern off the dark blue. So I'm just going to go down the middle there where that pattern is. Not worried about the dots for now, I'm just going over the blue. Get the majority off and then start going over the dots in more detail. To be honest, the white over the white obviously doesn't matter, and it doesn't really matter over the silver either because it's not all that noticeable, but it's quite noticeable over the top of the dark blue colour, so it's still worth spending a little bit of extra time just getting it off those areas. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but it's really coming down. It's quite disappointing actually, because we've had quite nice weather. Like it's not been hot, don't get me wrong, but it's March. I didn't expect it to be hot, but for the time of year that it was actually quite nice. It was like 15 degrees. Actually quite sunny for a few days. I had the conservatory door open a lot of the day for the dog to come and go if she pleased and stuff. It was really lovely, but it's took a turn now. It's miserable again, raining. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to do the other one off camera real quick. Okay, I need to hurry up. I feel like this is going to be the last video that I filmed today because the rain's really coming down now and it's really loud. So luckily we've only got to top coat these now, but that's what they look like at the minute. I'm going to quickly top coat them and then show you what they look like all together. This turned out to be such a random design and not how I really first pictured it, but I love how it turned out. I think it's beautiful. Look good in any colour as well, so you could do it any different colours, like, what's it called, colour scheme, colourway, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how these turned out. Let me know what you think, whether you like them or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon, as always, with another video. I only just spotted that little hair that's in there. That is very frustrating because it's now really obvious on the photo. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!